was, quite frankly, a terrible, terrible mark on the FBI and local law enforcement there. And I say this as somebody who was a big supporter of both. But I also know lawmen out there and lawwomen out there who will tell you the same thing. Tell you the same thing. Let us go to cut 13, please. Go.
We rebuild other nations that have a lot of money. And we don't ever say, hey, you got to help. We're finally rebuilding our nation. We're rebuilding our nation. And we're restoring our confidence and our pride. All of us here today are united by the same timeless values. We defend our Constitution, and we believe in the wisdom of our founders. Our Constitution is great. We support the incredible men and women of law enforcement. True. We know that a strong nation must have strong borders. We celebrate our history and our heroes, and we believe young Americans should be taught to love their country and to respect its traditions. Don't worry, you're getting the wall. Don't worry, okay? I heard
some. All right, we'll be right back.
The champion of liberty and true conservatism. Call Mark now. 877-381-3811.
Been quite a week here behind the microphone. I've had to do a lot of preparation to do these shows. I don't just mean intellectually, but really to be as quiet as I can all day, to use cough suppressants, following the obvious prescriptions, and all the other crap they have me on. So, pneumonia is a you-know-what. Went from a flu, triggered the asthma, triggered the pneumonia, and I feel like I'm coming out of it now. So I want to thank you all for bearing with me this week. Thank my buddy Brian Mudd for filling in a couple days ago. Now, do you know what the word college means? It means partnership. A place where professors and students work together, respectfully debate, and exchange ideas in a search for what is true. But most colleges today, well, they just indoctrinate students in liberal ideology. They don't allow the students to think for themselves or speak freely. But Hillsdale's different. Hillsdale students debate ideas openly and honestly. They pursue truth together with the professors in a respectful manner. Tell you something else that's different at Hillsdale. They don't have any riots. Why? Because every student at Hillsdale lives by their honor code. You know what it is. A Hillsdale College student is honorable in conduct. One moment. I want to get this right. A Hillsdale College student is honorable in conduct, honest in word and deed, dutiful in study and service, and respectful of the rights of others. Through education, the student rises to self-government. So that's it. Whether they study business, economics, history, music, any of dozens of other majors, Hillsdale students also become excellent citizens. Now, the stellar education they receive, coupled with that honor code, produces some pretty amazing human beings. Learn more. Go to levinforhillsdale.com. That's Levin for Hillsdale.com. All right. Let's go to the callers. Stephanie, Willamar, California, Sirius Satellite. Go right ahead.
Hi, Mark. I listen to you almost every day, and earlier today you were talking about Manafort and that situation, and I just wanted to let you know that just gave me a major aha moment, because when I was watching this going down earlier on Fox News and the way they were talking, Shepard Smith was talking, was like these were these evil men that were caught doing these horrible things, and we should just be so angry at them. And I was thinking, wait a minute, what happened to, getting a trial and being proven guilty, not just assumed guilty. And when you said you almost felt like you kind of admired Manafort, I totally agreed. It's like I thought that earlier, and I go, I can't feel that way. I should hate him, right? Isn't that the message given to me? But I didn't. I felt like I respected him for hanging in there, and if he really feels he's innocent, then he should fight to the end, even though.
And he's fighting.
Very
He's fighting one man against the federal government, and you can see what the prosecutors are doing. You can see how they're behaving. You can see how they're trying to turn one person against another, like this is some kind of mob operation. And obviously Manafort believes he's innocent, and he's fighting with every resource he has against the 800-pound gorilla. I don't know if he's innocent or not, but why shouldn't I say I'm really starting to admire this guy because, unlike everybody else around him, he is not buckling. And apparently he's ticked off at the way he's being treated. How many of us could withstand such a thing?
I don't know. I don't know how they make it. I don't know how Trump makes it every day with everything that's against him. I mean, I would just say forget it and go to my vacation home, you know. But I respect that, and I respect that Manafort's hanging in there because I do believe that there is a force that's moving against not just Trump and his administration, but whether you're in California out here fighting to get a decent government, decent candidates on board. I mean, they're fighting against anything that is.
Why are we rooting for Mueller? I'm not understanding this. It's clear he doesn't have a collusion case. It's clear it's his small potato stuff. It's clear he's going after Manafort for things that have nothing to do in any respect with the campaign or Trump, years away. It's also clear to me that the Department of Justice under Obama, the FBI under Obama, have some answering to do. If Paul Manafort is this horrible guy who deserves a zillion counts against him, where the hell were they 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago?
Right.
This is why I'm very suspect about this. I've seen how people have been railroaded before, Ted Stevens among others. Remember the head of NASA was railroaded many years ago?
Yeah.
Many years ago.
I kind of don't remember that part.
Remember the Secretary of Labor, Donovan? He was railroaded years ago. So just because these guys call them some prosecutors doesn't mean that I have to root for them, particularly when they're all Democrats.
Absolutely. And people failed to mention today on Fox News, they were talking about all these people indicted, but what about Flynn getting his case held up and reviewed, that they have to bring all the evidence forward that they have? He may get a chance to maybe switch his plea, which if they don't have anything on him, he didn't do anything wrong, he should be able to.
Yep.
Big. It's big. It's bigger than it's across the country. This is
all right, Stephanie. I appreciate it. And for any reporter, wherever they work, to start chalking up all the indictments, I guess they don't understand due process. I guess that's the next part of the Bill of Rights to go. Apparently they only understand freedom of the press. Not even that. Freedom of the liberal press. Steve in Fort Myers, Florida, the great WFSX. Go.
Mark, thank you, and I just want to say it's an honor to speak to you, and I want to appreciate the care you've taken to yourself, so we only miss you for a few days because we need you on the air every day.
Thank you, sir.
What I want to talk to you about is you made a good comment the other day about, there is a way to change the Constitution. If you want to talk about our Bill of Rights and our Second Amendment, and we're talking about you want to change it, there's a way. You get it past 2/3 in the Senate, 2/3 in the House, you send it to the states, 38 states. And you said, but they're not going to go that way. They're going to go the back door. Well, my question to you is, we know that. And yesterday, the Washington Compost had a headline, does the Second Amendment really protect assault weapons? 4 courts have said no. I don't know if you saw that article.
Who said no?
It said 4 courts have said no, because there's 4 appellate courts that have ruled.
Gives a damn what those courts say. Let me tell you something, and I want the American people to hear this. It's the Constitution that's the law of the land, not judges who pervert it. And judges who pervert the Constitution, who the hell do they think they are with their lifetime appointments? So now you and I and the rest of the American people must absolutely comply with bastardized decisions on the Constitution and thereby reject the Constitution. If they don't have respect for the Constitution, why should we have respect for their opinions? Can you answer that for me, sir?
Well, here's my question to you, Mark. I agree with that, but the last case of those 4 appellate cases got reversed. It got denied for certiorari, but Thomas and Scalia, God rest his soul, gave a scathing dissension. And they,
all right, let's slow down. Hold on. You mean Thomas was scathing and arguing that the court should have taken it up last week?
Correct. And my point is, and he gave the clear points
but he lost.
And said, look.
Hello, he lost.
I lose you?
No, I'm saying he lost. The court wouldn't take it up.
Well, I understand that, but that was my question to you. That's the reason I called. Wouldn't it be right, Florida, this is where the latest tragedy happened. It's a conservative state. Have them put the legislature put in a law. It gets actually taken up by the appeal.
Put in what law? What are we talking about now?
I'm saying if there was a ban in Florida in a conservative court and it gets appealed, and the appellate court would have a conflict because they would say it's unconstitutional. Now you have 4 that say it.
Here's what I think, sir, and I've said this for months, and I think this is where you're going. Florida should just say it is a sanctuary Second Amendment state. It should take up the point that the left-wing cities and states have taken up, particularly California, and say, hey, look, we're like them. We're going to pick and choose. So we're going to nullify decisions that disagree with our policy positions when it comes to the Second Amendment. That's what they do on immigration. Nobody will enforce it. That's what we're going to do on the Second Amendment. But you have to have politicians who have guts, and Rick Scott does not.
You don't think? You don't think if they got...
Sir, he just put out a whole plan out there. Did you read it today?
No, I saw it. I didn't get a chance to open it yet.
Check it out. You're not going to like it very much. Stephen, great call. I appreciate it. Thousands of athletes are going for the gold, right? And as the clear champions of the bathroom, Dollar Shave Club deserves a gold medal. Dollar Shave Club has everything you need to look, smell, and feel your best. Shampoo, body wash, toothpaste, and, of course, the best razors I've ever used. I get an amazing high-quality shave every morning from my DSC Executive Razor. Plus, their Dr. Carver Shave Butter is the gold standard of the morning. It helps the razor gently glide across your skin, and Dollar Shave Club delivers everything. That means no more trips to the store, wandering the aisles, hunting for razors, shampoo, and toothpaste. Then you have to play cashier, scanning and bagging yourself. Go for the gold. Join Dollar Shave Club, and for just $5 with free shipping, you'll get the 6-blade executive. Come on, Mark, let's do it. You'll get the 6-blade executive razor plus trial sizes of shave butter and body cleanser. Then keep the blades coming for a few bucks more a month. Get yours at dollarshaveclub.com/Mark. That's dollarshaveclub.com/Mark. We'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
Well, I hope you will watch. It's only 2 days away. Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Write it down because it's easy to forget. We're locking your Devo. But I hope you'll watch it live. It's the first show, the inaugural show of my Fox show, Life, Liberty, and Levin. And my guest is Walter Williams. I'm very blessed. Very blessed to have this radio program. Very blessed to have Levin TV. And our great folks there, starting at the top, my buddy Carrie Katz, and wonderful crew and staff, my buddy Rich Cementa. How long you been with me, Rich? 15 years. 15 years. Our buddy Charlie, handling the phones. My man David and Doug. Well, those are men, actually. 2 of them. So many others. Chris and the whole team. Over there at Levin TV. Over at CR, we have wonderful people, too. Headed by Gaston Mooney. And all the other folks there. My buddy Daniel Horowitz, who I've read for years. Sharp as they come. So, hope you'll check out Levin. Life, Liberty, and Levin. Life, Liberty, and Levin. Fox. Yes, Fox. 10 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Pacific, Sunday night. What the hell else you doing Sunday night? Just on a lark. Check us out. You might actually like it. I know you will.